All right, Andy. Heat pump water heaters.
Yep.
We're with Ross. Ross.
How's it going, Ross? Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
doing?
Ariston
Ross, nice to meet you.
NTI. Heat pump water heaters. You guys have a really nice looking multi-fit unit here. Can you give us a rundown on it, what it is?
Yeah, so this is actually, interestingly, it's the first run, but it's 4th generation. We're from the Italian company, so they've been doing heat pumps a lot longer than we have. So what we have is a 208 240. It's got a standard 4.5K elements at the bottom, like any other electric heater, and then basically a fridge on the top of this thing.
Yeah.
So what we're doing to heat the water, where we get the efficiency, is actually pulling the heat out of the refrigerant. So we compress the refrigerant, run the lines around it, that pulls the heat out. So 500 watts on the compressor, that's where we're getting the savings, right? As opposed to 4.5 and 4.5, it's only 500 watts up here. So when you run this in green, you should only be paying about $150 a year to run this.
Right.
One thing we were talking about before we started and before you got over here, this thing actually has a self-learning mode you can put it in. They call it iMemory.
Yeah.
It'll do a 2-week sample of your domestic hot water use and curtail its heating, recovery, setback, that kind of thing based off of what the house is using, which is pretty interesting because now we're getting away from that stuck in program mode where you say it's going to heat at this time and this time. It might not be beneficial every day all the time, right? So that iMemory, doing that 2-week period, it's relearning every couple of weeks. Is that how that operates?
No, so it'll take that standard 2-week.
Okay, so it's gonna sample that and it's gonna operate.
Make sure when
in
the
that
wife
mode.
gets home, there's a nice full tank of hot water for the bath.
This unit's connected. It has the Wi-Fi connection ability.
It does, yeah. So it can do tariffs, it can do everything for California that you need, and then it also is Wi-Fi enabled, so you can control it from your phone if you want as well.
So if we had a period of high demand that we knew was coming up,
you could
we
change
could
the
switch
operating mode
into all electric and say, hey, we're going to get maximum
There
production.
actually is, there's a built-in feature for that. It's called boost mode.
Boost mode, there you go.
So you hit the button, and then for 72 hours, it'll run full tilt and then reset back to whatever mode you had it in. So if you got the in-laws coming in for a weekend, hit boost mode and you know you're good to go.
Typically we're setting up, that I have had experience with my heat pump tank installs, setting them up for, forgive me and educate us all, but what is the mode in which we're going to prioritize heat pump but have the ability to enable the elements based off of demand? What is that?
That's going to be comfort.
Comfort.
So it wants to prioritize the heat pump, but if it sees we're not getting demand quick enough, it will kick these on.
And that's just doing that with temperature sensing on the tank?
Yep.
Nothing external or anything like that?
Temperature sensing on it. We have 2 thermistors in here, so it's sampling from the top and the bottom in the dome. So.
Okay. I like heat pump. I was honestly, I was a little intimidated a couple years ago by them. They've been around a lot longer than that, but I didn't really touch them until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I just, we see a lot of gas product in my marketplace, but we're seeing more and more of this. For a couple of years there, we saw a lot of rebates, incentives. People are dialing in, and the changes that are coming in to the market for the NECA standard, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're going to have a heat pump pretty much for anything electric, right?
Yeah. And so what's really nice about this is, a lot of guys do get intimidated. I came from a refrigeration background, so this stuff is home for me. But this does have a 10-year warranty on it, no matter what. So if something goes wrong with the refrigeration side of it, 10 years, you're getting a new tank. So we're not hooking up gauges.
Couple things to know. We live in heating-dominated climates. We talk about heat pumps in basements, things like that. There's some things to consider depending on the application. However, in every application, we have to have a minimum square footage volume or cubic footage volume space to interact with the
700
cubic feet.
Yep.
And that's a minimum, right?
Yes.
So we should always stress that, because more is going to be better. But that's to supply the right amount of BTUs in the atmosphere without cooling down during a normal heating cycle and not having anything left to heat the water. Is that right?
Yeah, that's 100% right. And if you find yourself in a situation where you don't have the cubic feet, you can pipe this as well. So you can pull fresh air in. There is a ducting kit available for the unit.
All right. So something else I'm seeing on here is we got top connections and side connections.
Yep.
Can we use combinations in the bottom, out the top?
So we can. It is multi-fit. So I mean, the dip tube's going to go down to the same spot.
It ships with the brass, like the drain, the TNP. Do you give caps for the side
TNP is installed? So TNP is going to be in there, and then we do have 2 Galvi caps that come with the install kit as well.
Okay. I think I know how many. I read the sign. I'm going to see if I can test myself on it. We have a 40-gallon.
Yep.
A 50-gallon.
Yep.
Are you reading the sign right now? I'm not reading. There's a 65-gallon and an 80.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And the head unit's going to stay the same on all of them. It's the same for every unit.
Save up 500 watts.
Yep.
So tank volume is going to grow a little in diameter, a little in height as you go up.
Yep.
Okay.
Talk about anode, because that's a question that comes up in the comments a lot when we talk about heat pumps, because of course every plumber is going to go, well, this brand has it on the hot outlet, or this one it's right at the top. Like, how do you get to that? There's a compressor there. Like,
Yeah, so all you have to do is pop the top cap off, and we went all out when it came for protection on this. So we do have the sacrificial magnesium anode rod.
I like that it's backed up, because ultimately, you and I both know, I don't carry a box of anode rods on my van like I probably should, and nor do homeowners call me at 5 years and say, hey,
I
check
think my
my anode
rod's
rod,
going out,
right? Yeah. You know, we call when the water heater's leaking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, your anode rod's bad."
They went out in
so
the
is
first
your
year,
tank.
actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
So
Well, first of all, I don't ever have customers asking me when to change the anode rod.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing. That
Always recommend doing a water test, but this is also glass lined as well. So I mean, it's all out protection as far as you can go with a water heater.
yeah.
It's been available in the marketplace already, so people can see this, hopefully distribution near them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, pretty cool features built into a heat pump.
Yeah, definitely.
It's smart.
All right.
Built for a smart home.
Right on, Ross. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much,
Appreciate your
guys.
time.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the show.
Yep.